In previous lecture, we just start the one of the component known as the scaffolding. In that lecture, we complete the definition and the different component. If you guys missed that lecture, then go into the description. We have the link for the same. Okay. Now, in today's lecture, we just continue with the different types of scaffolding. So, before going to that, I again want to repeat the definition of the scaffolding. Okay. So, the scaffolding is represented as it is a one type of temporary structure that can be provided for providing the temporary support to the worker and to the material which is going to use by the worker for any work, either or repairing work, painting work, retrofittation work, any work related to my existing structure. Okay, so in today's lecture, we just go with the different types of our scaffolding. So the first one is single scaffolding, or also known as the bricklayer scaffolding. Then double scaffolding, also known as the mesh scaffolding. Then after cantilever scaffolding or needle scaffolding. Then trestle. Then after steel, and then after patterned scaffolding. Okay, so we just go one by one. Now the first one is represented as the single scaffolding or the bricklayer scaffolding. So as the name indicate, when we just use the single layer of scaffolding, or else when we use the scaffolding only for the brickwork, at that time we provide the name as the single scaffolding and bricklayer scaffolding. So how it look like? So consider the same figure which is represented in the lecture number 1 for the scaffolding work. Okay, so the remaining process are same in terms of installation, but what is the main point? The main point is here is you just go with this type of work for the brick work, and the layer of your scaffolding only single, like up to this. So in that condition we known as the single layer scaffolding or brick layer scaffolding. Okay, now so it is used for the brickwork. So because of that, it is known as the brick layer scaffolding. It is parallel to the wall at a distance of 1.2 meter. So that means if here it is your wall, then the distance is like 1.2 meter. So after 1.2 meter, you fix your scaffolding. And again, we have one condition when we use scaffolding work. Okay, right. When any of the member from the ground level is up to 1.4 meter. Okay, then 1.5 meter or above 1.5 meter, if any of the member are alive, at that time we use the scaffolding method. Okay, now next, the distance between standard, that means here it is and here it is, and the distance between them is about 2 to 2.5 meter. The ledger connected to the standard at a vertical interval. Clear? That means this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and the gap between them is 1.2 meter to 1.5 meter. Clear? Now the butt-log are taken out from the hole left into the wall to one end of the ledger. So as we discussed earlier, then the butt-log is fixed by providing the hole into your wall. Okay, so it is a butt-log. So inclined member with my wall, it is represented as the butt-log, and the interval for the butt-log is 1.2 to 1.5 meter. Clear? Now students, keep that in one thing your mind, the given dimension or given numerical digit only for the theoretical purpose. Clear? Because when you go and visit to any site, then it is not mandatory to just follow each and everything, but for your knowledge purpose you must be know each and every dimension or each and every numerical digit. Because if you are a site engineer or contractor and you are talking with your worker, either labor, then just provide 1.2 meter space and just provide 2 meter space in between standard, then from next day he or she will not come to your site. Okay, so it is only for the theoretical purpose and for the understanding purpose. If you visit any site, or if you are a person that handling that site, then it is not a mandatory to provide same thing at your site. Clear? Now this is the best example suited for my brick layer scaffolding. Okay, so in this figure both conditions are fulfilled. The first condition is only single layer. The second condition is it is used only for the brickwork. Okay, now move toward the next, and this one is represented as double scaffolding or else mason scaffolding. So again, as the name indicate, we have two layers of the scaffolding, and now the main purpose is for providing mason for the scaffolding. Okay, now here is the example of the scaffolding relevant to the double layer scaffolding. So as you see here, only one major difference are there. If I compare with the single layer scaffolding with the double layer scaffolding, the major difference is only one. See properly. I give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now the major difference is, if you see properly at the butt log, then it is not installed in my wall. Clear? So if I not install butt log into my wall, the problem arise at my site is relevant to the strengthening, and because of that I need to overcome this type of problem. Clear? That if I need to overcome, I provide the extra construction, and that extra construction is referred as the rakers. I think if you remembering this figure, then it is represented as a raking shore, and the purpose of raking shore is only to providing the support of my temporary work. That means providing the support of my scaffolding. Why providing the support to my scaffolding? Because the scaffolding is totally dependent on the standard. Okay, why standard? Because butt log is not installed in my wall. So getting my point? Okay, so because of that reason I also provide the rakers, that means raking shore at my construction site. Okay, now when we need to use the stone masonry, at that time the double layer scaffolding is used, and because of that reason it is also represented as a mason scaffolding. In stone wall, it is hard to make hole in the wall to support the butt log. So 2 row of the scaffolding is constructed and make it strong. The first row is maximum 20 centimeter to 30 centimeter away from the wall, and the other one is 1 meter away from the first row. Like for example, if this is your wall, then the first row, like consider as a top view. Okay, now consider as a top view. So this is your first row, and the first row is away from the wall is maximum to 20 centimeter to 30 centimeter. So the second one is away 1 meter from the first row. So from this one I go with the 1 meter and complete the second one. Okay, so if I taken an example in an actual way, then it is happening like here it is your wall, here first row, here it is second row. The gap between this 1 meter and the gap between this 20 to 30 centimeter. Okay, now as we seen in the earlier stage, then the butt log is not fixed into the wall, and because of that reason it is also independent scaffolding. Okay, now best example suited with given figure. So as you seen properly, then not a single props fixed with my wall. Here, 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 either here. Clear? So entire scaffolding is fixed only with the standard, and because of that I also provide the inclined one. And have you remember the name of the inclined support? Yes, it is brass or brass. Okay, so it is represented as the second one or second method, double scaffolding. Now another example of the scaffolding related to the double layer scaffolding. Clear? So as you seen properly, then we have maximum 2 layers. This is the first layer, this is the second layer, and none of the layer is fixed with my wall. Okay, so it is represented as the double layer scaffolding. Now move toward third condition. The third condition is represented as a cantilever scaffolding or needle scaffolding. So as the name indicates, some of the scaffolding is occurred in terms of cantilever section and either or, we also known as the needle work. Clear? So during that it is represented as the cantilever scaffolding or needle scaffolding. So sometime what happening, as we seen earlier in the both condition, then all the scaffolding is supported onto my ground. But if you think that we have very high traffic in terms of vehicle, in terms of man work, we have not sufficient space, we did not provide that much lengthening in terms of standard, that means the ground is very much high and very much far away with my particular scaffolding work. So during that type of condition, I also need to provide scaffolding because it is mandatory. So when this type of problem arise at my site, like for example, we have a very short range in terms of road, that means maximum 1 meter or 2 meter wide road, and one of the structure called a single house is a roadside work. So it is not possible that entire scaffolding is fixed onto the ground. Why? Because it is a roadway. Clear? If I am doing this, then the heavy traffic will be arise at my construction site. So during that type of problem, I also need to scaffolding because it is mandatory for my different types of work. So what happened? We just go with the method number 3, and it is represented as a cantilever scaffolding or needle scaffolding. So for that type of work, again we have two conditions. First, represented as the single frame. Second, it is represented as the double frame. Now the single frame is when we can utilize this. So consider that we have some of the opening at our site, like for example, if you have the structure like G+3, okay, this is the first floor, this is the second floor, and upper, this is the third floor, and here we have the window like same as given in figure. So first I provide a particular hole into my wall, fix needle throughout my floor, that needle fix with the folding edge, and that folding edge is fixed to my needle with inner floor. Then after, the remaining process are same, that means installation of the standard, installation of the ledger, installation of the platform. Only one thing is different, in which one I just provide the needle throughout my floor. Okay, now so up to this condition, my entire scaffolding only depending on that needle. Why? Because it is a throughout my particular wall. Clear? So because of that, the entire scaffolding is only represented on needle. So for that I need to support this entire structure, and for that I providing the strut, and that strut is fixed with one of the opening. That means we taken the example like we have this type of structure, and we have the first floor and we have the second floor, and here it is a window. So if I need to provide scaffolding here, so entire scaffolding is supported by this. like strut. Okay, so it is represented as a single frame scaffolding. Why? Because only we provide the single frame in terms of single frame here. Okay, so because of that it is represented as a single frame scaffolding. Now the second condition, sir, may be possible that it is not necessary to provide needle at my side, then after also I need to provide hole into my wall. No. So at that time we go with the second figure, that means double frame. Okay, so what happening right now, the entire procedures are same, but only one thing is changed. The needle is only fixed with the opening area. So if we compare both the condition, figure 1 and figure 2, here it is a figure 1, here it is a figure 2, then in the figure 1 the needle is entirely installed in my floor, but in the second figure we just provide the needle at to my opening. Major difference. Second, we provide the strut at the outer side of your opening, but in the second figure we provide the strut throughout my opening. So now students, give me answer. Which one is more strong? Which one is more stable? Either number 1 or either number 2. I give 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. You are right. The second condition is very much strong, very much affordable. Why? First, as we provide the strut throughout my opening, then we have different 3 support. Here it is 1, here it is 2, and here it is 3. While in the single frame we have only single support. Condition 1. Second condition, as we install needle into the opening, if any of the region strike to my scaffolding, on the spot I have opportunity to change it. Okay, but in the figure number 1, the needle is installed entirely relevant to my floor. So if any changes arrive relevant to my scaffolding, then it is little bit complex to change it and fix it. Okay, so it is relevant to the third condition, and that third condition is needle, or what is another name? Cantilever. Very good. Cantilever scaffolding. Okay, so this is the type of the scaffolding when the standards are supported on the series of the needle, and these needle are taken out through the holes as we discussed earlier into the wall, and this is called as the single frame types of the scaffolding. Another one is, in the other types of the needle are strutted inside the floor through the opening, and it is called as the independent or the double frame type of scaffolding. It care should be taken while the construction of the cantilever scaffolding. Generally, the cantilever scaffolding are used under the condition such as, so it is represented as when we need to use the cantilever scaffolding. So when the ground does not having the capacity to support the standard. Clear, we discussed earlier that if the roadway is maximum to 1 meter or 1.5 meter, or we have not suitable ground clearance, so at that time the cantilever is also used. And when the ground nearer to the wall is need to be free from the traffic. Okay, so in both condition we choose the method number 3. So sometimes it is look like this, so you have the better idea about the method number 3, either or cantilever or needle scaffolding. So you can see easily then in this figure we did not provide any support towards my opening area. Here it is opening, here it is opening, but all the support, all the strut only fixed at the outer side of your opening. Okay, so you can see easily at here, also here, all the strut are fixed only at the outer side of your opening. Now in the next one, again as per the second condition, we provide the support outer side of the opening as well as inner side of opening. So here you can see that some of the component also used throughout the opening. Okay, so you can see that like here is a red pole inside of the opening. Okay, so it is represented as the second condition in terms of needle scaffolding and cantilever scaffolding. So that's it for today's lecture. I hope you guys very well understand about the different method, either single scaffolding, double scaffolding, and cantilever or needle scaffolding. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any idea, extra things relevant to scaffolding or any other materials which can be utilized for the civil work, then you can contact me or you can drop the message in the comment box. Else, if you have any doubt or any question for the same, then also you can contact me via commenting in our comment box. I try my best to solving your doubt and to clarify your comments. Thank you so much.